Here we go, here we go, here we go now. Give it away, give it away, give it away now. Let's get it. I'm gonna do some animating. Really bad animating because I don't know how to animate and I'm not an animator. So what are we trying to achieve? That is the question. We want, for no reason other than I kind of want it for YouTube. We want a see if we can put that image in here. No, let's download that then. We want to create some sort of newsreader type setup so that when we do a YouTube video, we've got a bit of a better setup. So can I import that image? Which means I also want a shape of a plane here to put the image on. Plane. Dark Studios, hello, how are you today, sir? Are you well? Got a plane. Just make that bigger. And come on. That's pointless. I'm going to do some animating. I'm going to try and animate a bit of a newsroom because I want it for a YouTube stuff. So that's what we're going to do. Let's see if we can create some sort of newsreader type desk situation. Such a random thing to do, but that's what we're going to do. So it's not going to be super serious. It's just going to be chill. But first, we need to do some modeling and get some sort of like table. Just accept that. Mate, it's so random. I had an idea. A friend of mine and me made this intro today, and I was like, that'll lead into like a little newsroom. We're like doing a little news report. So when I'm doing all of these like free asset reviews and stuff, I can just have that being an intro. And I thought that was fun and interesting. Like, I could be completely wrong, but it also means I can learn more about animating and doing animation because I suck at animating. But I think we can cheat for most of this if I just grab a character from it somehow. Because I think we can cheat half of these animations and then I can just tweak the ones that I need, rather than having to keyframe a whole bunch of animations. Okay, right, let's download the character. Then watch as my internet. Oh, okay, we're doing alright. And then we want to get some sitting animations as well. These are actually just bad animations, right? How hunched that guy is. That is awful posture. Right, we're gonna grab that one. And then we're gonna grab a couple more. So I don't have to come back. They've got some decent, like, there's a lot of sitting. I was surprised when I typed in sitting and I went and then saw that there was like a lot. But they don't seem to have like hands on desk. They're all like sitting on a chair, which is fine. Zam, yo man, how's it going? Are you well? But like, can I get? Can you use Mixer animations for your character without any tweaks? Yeah, I mean, it depends what you mean by tweaks. That might be a bit much. You can just like put them on your character and they would work. If you're talking about game animation sample project character, then no. But if you're just talking a normal mannequin, then yeah, that would all be fine. Just a weird amount of sitting animations. That's a pretty good one for what we actually want. I can raise the arms up. Is that just their space actually apart? Yeah, that's too much. I want them closer. Oh, everything. That's way too close. Yeah, that's fine. That's all we're going to do, is we're going to use these mix of animations and then turn them into something different and then program a bit of a cinematic for them. Just grabbing the ones that I think I'll use. Right, I think that is going to give us all the ones that I want. And then just want one more. Okay, this random one that wasn't in here. That's pretty good. Want that one. And then this. And then this one will be fine. Sweet. That'll do. That'll do. And then we'll just close all of that down. So we're going to try and mirror this image with our animations and have some like paper shuffling on here. That's what we're going to attempt to do. And then we'll build a little cinematic about what we want. And hopefully we can get that done. Having not done very many animations or mucked around with animations, we shall see. We've got our Mixmo character here, and then I'm just going to put all of these animations on that Mixmo character for the time being. Move them over. And then we shall right click and retarget to Quinn. And we'll export all those. Sweet. Okay. So now I've got all these newsreader anims, and I want the Do I use control ring and sequencer? I will be in like 10 seconds. Yes. Once I figure out which one I want to start with. Typing seems alright. Let's get the proportions of this table correct. Go. Be like, hello and welcome to Unreal News. So now we have to use the level sequence. Level sequence. Add this guy to it. Add to select. Type in. Hopefully I've remembered how to do this. Nope, I've forgotten. SK Quinn. Add actor. Right click, beta control rig. Animation. Add. What do I do with the animation? Why can't I remember anything? Add this. Add this. Delete this. So add an animation, there we go. In a silly way. Type in. Right click this, beta control rig. Create this. There we go. Okay, cool. Shimmy, shimmy, shake that over there. Bring that down a bit. Okay. So right now it's doing this. Probably don't need all of this. But I don't need much of this at all. I only want 60 frames. Let's grab this. And then we can delete all those frames that we want. I like quid toners and stuff. I forgot about that. I might check that out in a minute. Once I've had a look at what I actually want to do. So my animating skills leave something to be desired completely. So you're welcome to laugh at pretty much my entire animating skill because I don't have any. That doesn't look awful. And then we can move the hand around. I didn't save any of that. That's really frustrating. Right, so we are going to key just the channel changes. Yeah, that one. Your. I've got the wrong thing selected. There we go. This one over here. Twist it round. It's reaching through the screen. And then we do the other arm. That doesn't look natural, does it? Can we move that out a little bit? There we go. Right, let's do quick internet swap. That seems to be absolutely fucked. There we go. Quick internet swap should all of that. Sweet. Hopefully that now makes it stable. Let's check this. Yeah. Big fan of you or your work. Oh man, not a fan of me personally, just for work. I appreciate it, but okay. I need help. There's a free project in Fab named Inventory Systems. I want to integrate this project to get a recent sample. Can you help me? And thank you. I've not seen the free system, so I don't know if I can help you. What's the free? The free Fab project called Inventory System. Essentially, all depends on what that inventory system is doing, sort of thing. So I want that to come over here. I feel like I've had to keyframe the same thing like 4 times. And that to then be over here. So if that's the case, then I just want to select the lower arm. Get rid of all of this for a sec. So then the lower arm stays there. What's the upper arm doing? It's there. And this is why you don't see me animate anything, because I'm just bad at it. But we all gotta start somewhere. That's the upper arm. Okay. If I do this, and then bring it in a bit, and then keyframe that. Then I can do copy move that here and a paste. No, doesn't let you copy and paste in animation. I did not know that. There we go. Do that. What I want it to be, I want it to be a news anchor scene. Oh, this is what I just hate animations. So I want this guy to be just shoveling some papers. Like in theory, I could just bang a take scene sequence together and put a bunch of animations together and cut them around where I want them and make it fun, but really do need to learn how to animate. So this was a good opportunity to do that, because that way I can make the next YouTube video interesting. But we might be giving up in a second if I get too frustrated. Because I'm not an animator. It's more like this with some papers, but it's a good thing that we're not doing like any of that. So I'm just getting frustrated with it. So it might end up just being a bunch of animations all cut together inside the take sequencer with some cuts to where I want to go. And in fact, we might do because then I would, if I did it with quick magic, I wouldn't be learning how to animate. I'd just be learning how to act myself. Like, I just don't want to do that. Like, you can, there's nothing wrong with doing it like the way that you want to do it. That's perfectly fine. I just don't want to do it. Like, I want to do the actual animations and know how that works, rather than the, not the shortcut as it were, but so the cine cat, there it is. So that is here. So that we can do the intro shot. Like the transform would be here. Add that. And then move back here. And that will transform to that. So like that should look like mate, bow and arrow stuff is, yeah, I can imagine that being tough to animate actually. Hey man, like you want to learn mad skills, like be an animator. Those people are always sought after. Why can't I insert a key here? That's because I'm not pressing the button. That one. Right, okay. So now that'll be how we start our news cast. Literally, it's nothing even like that I'm going to use for a game. I just wanted to do it for a like a YouTube video where I was looking at the next lot of free assets. So I thought it'd be funny. But now I'm a bit more like, well, I may as well use the camera cuts thing here. Come on, you gotta do it for the experience sometimes. Right, we don't need that. We don't need that. This is our shot that comes in here. Why does it keep jumping there? That's fine. So that looks nice. So then if I add in the animation of sometimes I'm like, why is this UI so just horrible to use at times? Alright, so then we add in the animation here. To sequence, I type in. Why'd you do this to me, man? Type in. Take this to a control rig. Nope, just don't like being productive. This is what I mean. Like, I know Jack about animating. This is just me trying to learn, bashing through by making the mistakes that I need to make. That's the wrong skeleton. Add actor, add this, add the animation of that. I mean, yeah, like we could just make a weather report and jiggle feeds. That would certainly be easier. Right, so we got a female reporter sitting here, and then that animation needs to just be longer. And then I want to add a new camera actor. There's this one. Oops. This over here. Okay, so it doesn't like this one. That's the first one. Then we got this one. And that's because we want it to spawn just here. And we want the transform to not be that at all. Hey man, like cinematics, they are tough. Right, so this is our other camera that now doesn't have a transform for whatever reason. Transform. Why doesn't this one have a transform? So we spawn it here. It all turns on, so that's all fine. Just doesn't have a transform. Why? You know when something happens and you're just like, what, Unreal? Why would you, what are you doing? Like, it makes no sense as to why that would be a thing. Like, why would you remove the transform? Just copy that and paste it here. I mean, that works. We'll take it. Right, okay. So we have our camera. It's spawned. This is it here. And we want to go back here, up, and tilt in, and go back a bit. And that's just going to be it until the end. Okay, so can we do that? Is that a thing that will let us happen? Yeah, and then God, man, camera stuff. So do we need to put in a new... We shouldn't need to put in a new camera cut for it to be working as expected. Okay, so we need to bind it to the new actor. Okay, so we need to change the name of these or else these are going to get lost. I feel like a real life producer. Look at me. I'm like, are you looking at camera 1, please? Alright, so that's camera actor 1. So we want a new cut for cine camera actor 2. Okay, and let's see. There we go. Right, that's cool. So now, if we key the animation here, and then I rotate the... Nope, she's upside down. And then we move over here. And I change her yaw to this. I just need to move it down a little bit. Right, let's see how that looks. Is this interesting to you? I don't know if this is interesting to you. Like, I think it's a little bit interesting, but this might be the jankiest set of animations ever that's been constructed in 38 minutes. But like, let me know. Is this... Yeah. Is this what you were expecting to see when you tuned in? Good evening, Mr. Bond. That might just be an old person reference. Okay, so now this camera we can keep here. We're happy with that. That's good. And then I kind of want to add a new animation of typing and play that at the end. So here, here, here. But that needs to go back to like 0 here. Maybe not 0. 90. There we go. Oh, that's good news. As long as everyone's happy. Well, that is a sharp transition, but like if we can blend that transition, well, we might be laughing. Match that with this bone in previous clip. Spino 4. Mate, I mean, if you've not tried it, then I've definitely not tried it. Match with this bone in next clip. Let's try the root. That just makes it look janky. So first off, that cinema thing needs to be extended. And then we can change this slightly. Because that was going on too long. We'll add in a new animation. Yeah, that seems alright. Which makes me want to move this camera. Is there a way of doing like a blend in? I mean, that did nothing. Doesn't seem to be. I would expect there to be like way more options for like cinema stuff, unless I'm just completely butchering what it is. There's not really a lot of options. That's kind of doing what I wanted to do, so that's fine. And then yeah, there should be more like options. I don't know how to what I'm asking for. Do you know what I mean? But I kind of expected there to be like fade ins and fade outs and stuff. Properties. Can I set a color tint? Like I'm no yeah, layers, mixing options, just lots of different. How do I use this in a game? I wouldn't, because this is awful. But it would just be a case of you would save it as a like you would export it as a movie file and then just play it when they enter. But as of right now, I wouldn't use this at all because it's absolutely shocking. It's that harsh bam, bam. It's really annoying that I really want to fix. Well, it depends. If you were just doing, if you weren't pissing about like I was and actually doing something, like this is cutscenes, right? Like this is a newsreader cutscene intro to a whole game here, like with more time that I've not spent 46 minutes just prowling around. Like you would just play this on begin play, and that would be your start of the game sort of thing. If you're doing a animation for an attack or whatever, you just keyframe it for each one and export it as a montage, and that'll be fine. Because you don't need the camera or the camera cuts for that. Yeah. Stick it on a TV. So I want to add in modeling rectangle. -90°. I'm going to save that and close it so I can actually get access to the screen again. There we go. Sweet. And then I just want that to be other. And here's the other thing. Newscaster material. Background. Not a texture sample. Materials constant. Color. There we go. Shall we have it green for a green screen? Just so that we can say we've got a green screen. Background. Apply and save this. So now when we check on our don't be the person that don't be. Oh, there we go. Woo. That. I kind of actually don't want this camera anymore, which annoys me because I spent so long doing it. Like, what if that one's just better? I feel like that one would be better, and I'll just lift it up. Cine camera at to 1. So the location. And yeah, we'll just lift it up. Well, just lift the whole thing up. Mate, this is why I start a stream and then everything that I think about or that's in my head just like disappears. I still kind of want to see the table on this. So this one, lower it a little, and bring it back a bit more. Because I think that's just a load funnier. There we go, look at that. We are nearly there. Animating in Unreal's alright. It's just this fiddly bit for the camera that's just really awkward. So like you'd make a level sequence and then you'd add a camera actor to it, and you'd move the camera around and do the bits that you need to do with the camera. There's got to be a way of. There's a much better way of doing those animations for sure. Okay, so now save that. We're quite happy with that bit. Just delete that for a sec. We have a new animation here that was this. What does that look like? So that looks fine if I just do. All of this for me to make a like 5-minute video, but also for me just to learn animations. Now if I play this, I'll be like, bam! This is what we're going to take a look at today. But bam! And then if I just do duplicate of this for ease, and make it look, do this, do an outline. And I can put white text on that. I was doing it while I was still playing. Yeah. Okay. So now we could use the same camera actor and change his location. That'd save us having to mess with anything else. So we would just grab this and shimmy, shimmy, shake here. Then we'll get the location and transform that. So get ready for some terrible, terrible voice acting. So this is how it is planned to go. So here we go. Welcome to the news. Here is your Unreal news. Over to the weather. That animation. Wait, weather guy. No. 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 The camera's not moving. Oh, man. Ah, it's because that's number 2. What a What a donut. Okay. Well, we fail uphill. Right, so just about here. Grab camera and get to location. And then we... It's so good, man. Like, oh, it should be. It should be what I get paid the big money for. See, the thing is, though, I don't really care about making a product myself. Like, I don't get embarrassed too easy. That's why I always, like, just crack. There's that. There we go. Here's the news. Today in Unreal Engine. Hey. Not the T-pose. The T-pose. Oh no, it's too slow. The move's too slow. That needs to be faster. I think we can all agree that needs to be a hell of a lot faster. And that T-pose needs to just end there. There we go. I mean, plenty of people are making a game. Still really quite slow though, isn't it? It's a lot better. Show me that over there. And then that goes over here. That seems a lot faster. Okay, so that actual like shouty animation I want to bring forward a little bit and make it a bit longer. Beautiful. And then we're gonna add in another animation. So I'm gonna duplicate this guy. Okay, so what if we add in, get rid of this, add in another SK mannequin, that should work. In fact, let's add in SK money, so it's a little bit different. You know what happened is I'll like make this and then I won't touch animations or anything again for like months or days and I'll just forget absolutely everything. That's that. The animation that we want is the pointing one. And then get rid of this control. Get rid of that control rig and then bake the animation to the control rig. And export that. That's good. I don't want the controller gun display. How did I manage to do that? Right, let's give that a play, see what the crack is. Green screen into swizzle chair. Type in while I'm talking about YouTube stuff. Yelling for the person over here. Oh man. Didn't do the business. That's annoying. Why didn't you do the business? Let's try that one more time from here. Doing this. Yelling for the other guy. Camera moves. This gets hit. Bam. Bam. Nice. Okay. There's a moment here where it's T-posing. I'll just put that here. And that should stop that. And then I can time the text in another software to pop up here. That'd be a nice touch. So how long is this in seconds? Show time is seconds. That's pretty good. So we'd have our 3-second intro that's going to blow your ears off into our fade in of this. And then we'll put the rules of the game onto this. And that in total will be 30 seconds of our YouTube video. And it's only taken us an hour to program. Yay! So that'll do. I can pause the voiceovers. Okay then. There's a point where I'm also like super bored of doing it because it's frustrating that I don't know what I need to know on it. And when I get like that, I'm just like, I don't want to work on it for a little while because I'm just bored of beating my head. But I know that if I take a break and come back to it, I should be able to like figure it out. But it is frustrating. Like I want these two animations to like curve into each other a lot better. Because this here is horrible. Like this one's alright. Like it lifts the hands quite nicely. But it's just this bam to bam. I wonder if there's any animations that we've got that are like middle ground that I can use as a transition. Oh, there is a sit to type. So what does that look like? Okay, wait a sec. Let's do that. See if that one is better. Ooh. Yeah, no, I will. I'm going to. Uh, there's a video that I want to make like today that I wanted to get this for. Oh, why are you T-posing, man? No, what are you doing? Match this bone with previous tip route. I'm not rotating. Yeah, I don't know why it was T-posing. I mean, we seem to have gotten rid of that problem. No, still decides it wants to T-pose. But yeah, if I go through this, it won't T-pose. So I'm like scrubbing through it, no T-pose. And then play it and suddenly it T-poses. That makes no sense. Play rate 1.5. Make that a bit quicker. That seemed alright, actually. That one. Oh, I might have managed to sort this out. Nice. Nice. Okay. Can I lock the last frame on that? In fact, I don't really care because I can pause it in the editing software. That seems alright. We'll save that. And then what are we going to do? Evaluate in post roll? Is that the right? Yeah, that is fine. I don't want to evaluate it. I just want to make it. Export. No. open. There's no director here. Save that. Do I need to find it inside? Yeah. Asset actions. Open intake. Okay. So we're in the take recorder. FPS. Can't I just export it that way? I shouldn't need to play something to make it work. Source. Level sequencer. How would I go about rigging a custom character to UE5 skeleton or gas? I'd probably use AccuRig or Mixamo to just get it started. I wouldn't use Mixamo for the actual skeleton. Wait a sec. I'm on, like, okay. So it doesn't even stop without telling it to stop. Well, that is interesting. Again, I don't want to. I want to render it out. Asset actions. You would expect it to be like asset actions render, right? No, turns out not. Asset actions. How ridiculous is that to render a target? There's just no like simple tools. Cinematics takes browser. Well, that's the one that we've got. What is that even? Like, I'm fairly happy with the actual like outcome of said take. That is fine. But rendering the out though, that shouldn't be as difficult as what I'm finding it. Unless I'm missing something like completely. Surely it's not this difficult to render something. Advanced. Fake transform, isn't it? Export does an FBX. That ain't it. Oh wait, render this movie to a video. Ah, there we go. What an actual faff that is. How do I render it to an MP4? Right now I've got them in Don't want any audio. That's fine. AVI, image sequence, video sequence is the only option. Is there a custom render? No. Render path. I'm going to try and do it to that. Use compression. Advanced. Animation. Right. Capture movie. Save all of this. So we're trying to render out this, which is it's capturing the video, but what does that mean? Capture finished. The actual wait a second. Wait a second. How much of a faff is it to like actually just render something out? It's my graphics card. That's my GPU, right? It's a something or a no, I can't even remember. What? And RAM's 32 gig. I know that off the top of my head. We've got a 4070X something and a 3070 AMD Ryzen something else. Right, let's see. Cinematic takes. I better see something here for. What did we do to break this thing? Like, there's nothing that we've done that would break. All of this. Yet somehow all of it is broken. Let's do a bunch of. Sure, Jeff is going on. Right, that's all the way back when we put in a new color. Right, okay, let's go forward a few bits then. Do that. Put this in here. C note 1. Whatever reason, the skeleton isn't even binding properties. Do that. Right, okay. So for whatever reason, it was completely broken. Render this movie. Cinematic. There we go. Rendering. I have no idea what happened before because like we had it all set up and it was all fine. Can I upload a series of an animation project? No, because I'm shocking at animation, as you can see. I am ridiculously bad at it. If you want good animation videos, then you want to check out Freepete. Freepete's got the business for animation videos. Right, so that is awful quality. Why am I getting bad quality? (1920 by 1080). Let's try that. It took me absolutely ages to find that render button. How ridiculous. I'll send you a link. Just give me 10 seconds. But it's basically not Freepete. Freepete. It's the best tutorial on YouTube for animation. Ten seconds. There you go. Capture finished. This will be the latest one. What am I missing here? Why am I... Right, let's try something else. Gotta be missing something. It's all good. Use compression. No. This is gonna crash. No? Maybe. Just want it to render in that sort of quality. That's all we need. This is such a stupid idea as well. Just to do a YouTube video. I've done an hour and a half worth of animation just so we got a fun 30-second intro to a YouTube video. Not even for my game, which is absolutely bonkers. Just this cutscene that we've done. There we go. not great, but I think we're probably just about there. Yeah, okay. Well, so now what we can do is go to Canva, create a video. We can upload that file when I know where it is. Where is it? This is just messing around. This is learning how to do a video capture. There's literally nothing that this is going to be working on at all. Where did this go? All tutorials project 5. Oh god. Okay. Unreal projects. Where is it? Saved video captures. Okay. Saved video captures. This one. How big is it? This is 26 gigabytes. That's a joke. Why is that 26 gigabytes? But these are only 74 megabytes. How is that a thing? Unreal, what have you done? Resolution. (1920 by 42080). Use compression. Okay, so maybe it's because the compression was more? Because we were compressing it, but we'll see. Still 5.36 gigs, so actually like I need the compression on there. But then the compression's gonna wipe out. Majority of it. God, that's awful. Cinematic. 26 gigabyte folder just knocking around. But what does that actually look like? It's like 37 megs, but it looks actually atrocious. And it's just not worth it. do that. See what the result is for that. I mean, this is rendering slower, even though it's 60 frames per second, so it's an interesting... Come on. I should do the Bad Decision Studio like animation course. Like that one's meant to be really good. And that'll probably teach me everything that I need to know, honestly. What? I'm not sure that we from the same generation, mate. W Riz, I have no idea what you're talking about. Right, that's that. I'll stop the capture there. And then that'll give us 216 megabytes. Okay, we're getting somewhere. Okay. Damn. Stopped it too early, but I can loop that, so I'm not really too bothered. Okay. It's good. Now I should be able to upload this. And I can edit what I need to edit at the point I need to edit. And that's fine. Well, it only took an hour and a half to get a 16-second clip of something absolutely ridiculous. So now I get to do what I should have been doing, which was I'm going to save all of this. Save all of this. Go to our library. Where's my fab testing ground? Oh, man, frustrating though. Okay. So there's a couple of bits that we were wanting to explore on Fab. And they were this collection of 5 people, this flight and grapple system, this simple blueprint class system, this quest system, which isn't a plugin, which is a bit annoying. When did Easy Logger come out? That came out this year as well. That definitely is going to be a plugin in it. Let's see. Easy Logger. this quest system. Why has it got to be its own setup? Why can't it be a plugin? No, I prefer plugins, man, because I can just handle them all in here. Like, if I have so this is a quest system on its own. Now I've got to like have a separate project set up for it. I just don't want to do that. It's just a pain for me personally. This needs to improve, man. This is shocking. This whole vault setup is absolutely awful. Like, I can't even find my latest assets. It's so bad. Makes me grumpy. And the search functionality doesn't even work. Like, why am I'm searching for easy logger and I've got every single asset I've got. Like, why? This has got to get better, surely. No. Okay. Logger? No. So what was it? The flying graph system, the simple blueprint class. I don't like showcasing props because there's just so many of them and they're not like great. Oh, this module flash pack. When did that become free? That was a little while ago, but I didn't see it. I'm pretty sure I don't have any category filters stuck on, but it's a good shout. No, I've got all. Maybe it just needed to refresh and maybe I'm just being wardy. Whoever is the person that published all of these, they are doing bits. Like, how many of these are there? And why are there so many? And what, like, I'm not arguing, they're like all free and stuff, they look sweet. But like, there's so many. Do they just give away one? And then the rest are on a pack? Is that how they're working themselves? Feels cool. But yeah, this guy is doing bits. These guys look cool. No, this doesn't seem to want to let me access the easy logger. That's frustrating. Let's add these modular characters. I'm not going to add all of them because that seems like an absolute waste of time. And then, so we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Normally I like to do 10. Like, I don't know if these are any good. Maybe. Nine, maybe? And then I can be really cheeky and merge the requirements for... Because there's so many of these, I can just convert them into 2 instead. Or I could just use this one, I suppose. But when did that become July? That was last month. This guy, he can be number 10. I like this guy. Right, what we got? Let's see. Flight and grapple. Okay, that was not. Cartoon City. Let's have a look at the map on Cartoon City. Damn, people really don't like. What's the deal with Fab? What do you mean? You want to follow people? Like what they release and stuff? Like, it's not a... It feels small. I don't know. That's not too bad, actually. That's alright, isn't it? What's actually there? So all of these are static meshes. Like packed. It's cool. There's no animations or anything, but... What? All content, CR. Is this the materials asset? Because that's like really frustrating. Oh, okay. Yeah, you can go. I don't even know if you get notified, you know, because let's just find someone. Yeah, I don't even think there is a follow on here. Honestly, I don't think there is. Like, you can wish list their stuff to like see when it goes on sale or whatever, but you've got to check manually. It doesn't even tell you. Sucks. Yo, new free stuff. When did that come out? The 23rd. That came out today. Oh, that's nice. Yeah, I think I've got a couple of things wishlisted that I want. This one. I ain't paying that. So there's 2 new assets released today, plus all of these. Okay, so we do have 10, which is nice. So we can do another review video with what we have already got. Collection of 5 people. Oh no, that's awful. Why would you... Oh, what? That's just What's the point of it? It's not even sized right. Shocking behavior. Right, flight and grapple. Hopefully this one's good. I think it will be. Fingers crossed. So what are we doing here? I bet this will be something that's taken from a tutorial from somewhere else and sold on Fab. That wouldn't surprise me. That's not grappling. That's flight. But ooh, that's pretty nice. But I do know which tutorial that was taken from. Who's selling this? Why can't I even see it here? There it is. If this has got the code that I think it is, then this was just taken from a YouTube tutorial. This is awful documentation. Blueprints, BP player. Well, it might not be. Movement input. No, it's interesting. See if I can find it. Yo, bro. So there's this one from Hayes, which looks absolutely very similar, and then there's this one from Mark Game Dev, which also looks similar as well. But the code is different in... This one looks more like the Hayes one. Like, the system's nice, though. Although I can double jump to gain more, yeah. Superhero landing. What? Okay, what am I... What's the docs? When an interact prompt appears, press the C. This will cause a hook. Yeah, when you're falling, press space. So I should be able to press C. What is that goofy ass animation? Did you? Did you say I needed a grappling hook? I honestly don't remember. Have I considered it? No. Will I consider it now? Potentially. Right, I want to see these animations. If this... Blueprints, grapple... I don't want the grapple point. What is that hand doing? That's gotta stand. Yeah. Of I mean, this isn't like bad. Flight states, idle hover, sprint for fast flight. Yeah. I mean, it's basic, right? It does what it says on the tin. Like it's a flying system. It's not. It's nice. It feels pretty solid. There's a lot that could be improved for it. The animation on this grapple is throwing me majorly. What's the code? I hate code that's just poor. Big jump? What's a big jump? So you crouch. Okay, wait a sec. So this means if I... No. Input action, jump. Start fly, end fly. Yep, stop jumping. Got it. Input action, big jump. Well, we've got to know what the big jump is. That sounds like it could be good. Left control is big jump. Whee! It's like Spider-Man, we're a broken hand. Spider-Man, broken hand. Where is that animation from, man? So, I don't hate this one. I think this one's good. There's for what you get. The code wise, it's annoying. Why? Grapple target. Okay, at least these are actors. Where's that being set? Event get grapple hook is. So where's that being called? From somewhere else. Does that mean there's a cast inside these grapple points? Because that's going to upset me. Grapple target. No? No cast. That's good. PP grapple. This is a cable. This isn't helpful. So there's an event here that is get grapple hook. And that's being called from... I feel like it's like doing a code review. There we go. BI base. Where is that being called from? In here. Okay, so they're using interfaces. It's not, there's no casting in here. So it's pretty modular in terms of that, apart from that all of your code is inside your player and on the tick, which it just doesn't need to be. Yeah, okay. Because now we've got flight and grapple both on tick. and there's already a spear trace for that, so you just don't need it to be on the tick. This is constantly getting the grapple points, but this is only ever going to be true if you're overlapping them. So when you're not overlapping them, it's going to be false. So there's literally no point in having it on tick. Like, it's not going to cause a huge issue because it's not got casts or anything in there, but it's just performance that you don't need to be struggling. What? Just don't need to be hammering. Anyway, off track completely. Flight and grapple system. Muzzle flash, no. Skeleton necromancer. Let's see. If this is rigged to money, then this should just swap over. What if this swaps over? This will be like that. I was thinking that. That's so good. Like, there's a flying skeleton. I love it when people release like characters and they're rigged straight away. So you just don't need to do anything. They've got great rigs. And then they just work. That looks like better for the animation as well. Rather than the money. This looks awesome. I look at this guy. Yeah, the asset looks cool. Like, it's low poly, but it's not like low poly. I like that. I like that a lot. And you even get a stack mesh stuff as well. That's a cool asset. You guys are getting an early glimpse into a video that I should be making, but I'm doing it here so I can test out, so I know what I'm going to be saying. Mate, it's like, yeah, it did. You're not wrong. Like, the money asset on the flight and grapple system wasn't overly impressive, but putting this skeleton on there made it look really nice. Right, so then there's this test thing, which is like a tutorial thing, which is just like a tells you what nodes do. I can see this being quite useful. This is quite nice if you're just starting out. It's going to be in function basics. It's not mine. I'm not offended. Like, it's not my animation, mate. I'm good. Well, yeah, no, I'm not offended at all. So what we're doing is, normally I do a video on free assets. Like, when there's about 10 free assets that come out, I pop a video up of 10 free assets. So we made a little intro video to that this morning using animations, and now I'm just looking through the planned 10 assets to see if there's any ones that are just like awful that I shouldn't show, or if there's any like good ones. Okay. So this is very much a tutorial learning tool, which is fine. That's cool. I don't mind. I don't mind that. Anything that's going to help people out is good. Okay, interesting. Not for me. Probably not for y'all either, because you're going to be more advanced than that. But still good for people to have. Characters, mannequin. Oh, you mean this one? One of the things in here that is interesting is, number one, there's a load of spelling mistakes in here. Number two is it doesn't actually tell you how to set up a comment box. So this, you got all these colourful things. You're like, oh, that's cool, but I don't know how to set any of those up. All right, CR, LQ, character module, demo. Let's have a look at what this modular character is like. This is the one that has like 40 or 50 characters. Right, by replacing the material, blah, 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 blah. Yep, that's fine. But can I just do... Who is this? SK enemy 11. SK enemy 12. Okay, so if I swap this to SK enemy... No, that's the anime class. Don't swap that, silly boy. This is my... no, the skeleton can be a player. This is just my testing ground for Fab testing ground. So if I see assets in Fab, this is nice. Yeah, that works. Got weird shaped feet. Is that... Is that right? Yeah, this is another one that you can just swap around, which, again, that's quite nice. These are fully modular. There's a whole, like... What the hell happened there? There's a whole thing to these characters where you can modulate them out. That's why there's so many of them. So you can have, like, different heads and different stuff. So that's cool. Why have we got so many demo rooms? SK Mility AO61. That's a werewolf, mate. What settings? VP player. Okay. So again, just another easy switch on these guys, which like makes their usefulness just go up. So that's cool. And then we've got, if this works, logger which doesn't appear. Quest. Quest is install to engine. Okay, interesting. So this is a plugin. Easy. Why have I got two easy loggers? March 28th. May 20th. So someone pulled their plugin and put it back up. Okay. But it falls outside our window. That's my doors one. I want the other doors one. We're going to test some doors. You know, I couldn't do this before, right? I wasn't able to add my own projects to my library. So like my own fab stuff, I wasn't able to add it. It's so weird. Door system. I've got to create a project. That's annoying. So like this asset that's mine, I would have to store my folder online for like forever. It was very bizarre. Tools. Window. Edit. That's where I'm going. What did I say I wanted? Quest. Have I got a 5.6? What are we downloading? Plugin should be installed to the engine though, surely. Install plugins. Quest system. Probably just need to restart Fab. Fab testing ground. There we go. Let's go check out a quest system and some doors. And then we should have checked out 10 assets to make a new video. 10 more assets. And you all have all got a sneak peek. Which one's your favorite? I think that flight system is decent if you could, when you change the mannequin. But that skeleton for me is like top tier. I thought that skeleton was really nice. Here's a question, right? When we do these show off asset videos for like the ones that are free for whenever, do we show the bad ones? Because like we've got some. Have I seen the Iron Man flight system? What, like in a game or like in an asset? Is there a fab asset called Iron Man flight system? Have I just been an idiot? Iron Man flight. I like all of Hammerhead stuff. Hammerhead stuff's really good. I feel like that is. I feel like that's just Hayes' project. Iron Man flight. It's like, I mean, I'll take a look at stuff that isn't free. I'm not going to show off stuff that isn't free on the channel, but I'll look at stuff. I don't really care about looking at stuff. Yeah, no, that's fair. There was a couple of the like bad ones as honorable mentions. Yeah, like, when I say bad, I mean more like the broken ones, like those 5 NPCs characters. Like these are new, but like they are unusable unless you are doing some weird thing. Like, is it worth mentioning them? Big transform. No, not big transform. You do not transform. Give them 10. Like these guys, they're it's like discount ninja. What the hell? Like, what's the point of them? Obviously, they're still a bad size. 25. Yeah, no, I agree. These are they feel broken. I feel like someone took some photo scans of their friends doing funny poses and was like, this might make a good gift for someone. I don't know. I'll have to decide if I'm going to mention them or not. Anyway, back to it. What are we doing? We were looking for the quest system. Plugins. Quests. Quest system. Is there no... What? Why would you publish something without actually having a map? Okay, what happens here? Like, there's no... Man, I look forward to new assets. Like, they challenge me. It's fun to like get them, but like people fab as well. Like, test the assets, man. Like, there should be a demo map here. There's not a demo map here. Why is there not a demo map here? I couldn't tell you. Like, even this quest system, this quest here requires a demo map because the quests that it's asking for want the demo map. This is written in C++ and Blueprints using game ability system. Now, it seems to work, and like, that'd be cool. Gameplay item. You set this to be a apple. Collect 2 coins. Okay. But I couldn't tell you if it does work because I cannot test it. And that frustrates me. Idle character, is that the one that he wants us to use? What's this? There's no mesh, there's no NPC mesh to indicate what this is doing. Oh, it's so frustrating. Like, I know this has a quest and it has conditions, but I don't know how to test any of this, and therefore I don't know what I should expect it to work and not to work. And like, do I publish a video saying these things and like slamming it, not slamming it, but saying that it could be better because there's nothing there, and upset the person who did it? Or not? How overly harsh do I need to be? Also, where is the player controller in this? There's meant to be a player controller and there isn't one. No. Because the quest system is attached to what exactly? So there's a whole ass like quest and an inventory here too. And I only know that because I watched the guy's video on the system. To be able to see it. But like, is there a GitHub project? So there's a GitHub project here. There is a third person map in here. Oh god, I don't want to download someone's GitHub project. Yeah. I don't want to be in. I want to. It's hard to put yourself out there, man. Right. Hopefully this will work. At least I can say it's like this and show it off that way. But it is a bit disappointing. Work. The following modules are missing or built with a different engine. I can't even get this to load in. Oh, maybe I can. 5.6. I have those modules. Download a Cronus repository. What? Like, you shouldn't need to do this. If it's on Fab, like, it should just work. Like, it should just work. There's no reason for it not to work and have to go through a GitHub repository for the project if you're putting it on Fab. Okay. Well, that's frustrating. I don't want to have to move a plugins folder. And here we are in doors. First person doors. Man's got the head bob and everything. Ooh. That's so I'm holding the left mouse button, moving it right, opening the door, left, closing. That is nice. Biggest doors. These have a lot of angular momentum on. That's funny. Cool. Keys all work. This one slams. Okay. Sliding doors. Fab would be my suggestion for metahuman clothes. Can't open from this side. Nice. There's a whole like metahuman wardrobe that's been updated for that. Auto rotating door. Yeah. It's cool. And then just a normal rotating door that rotates automatically. And then a physics-based door, which is a bit heavy. It's doors, man. That's alright. A simple, easy, like nice system. I want to know what is this wrong side door. Wow. So you want custom clothes, but you don't want to use Blender, or you don't want to use like it's gonna be yeah, it's gonna be Blender, mate. Like, or you pay someone to do it. Are these my doors? No, these are someone else's doors. This is a different door project. I don't have this drag left mouse door. That's quite nice, actually. I quite like that. Yeah, that's nice. What I was looking at? I was looking at the wrong side door. On interaction, right side, wrong side. Notification widget. Yeah. How do I check what? How do you check what side it is? Okay. There's some. Yeah, 100%. I completely agree with you. Blender is hella complicated, hella complex, and horrible. I don't have anything to do with Blender at all. I dislike it completely. But like, you want a certain thing, that's what you got to do, innit? Like, or you check out the Fab store and get some from Fab. Yeah. So yeah. Alright, I'm gonna shoot because we've been on for 2.5 hours and I'm tired. This was a quick look at the 10 free assets that I'm probably going to put into a video to showcase people. So you got a little sneaky peek. So that's cool. And we'll see what we can do and showcase. And now we've got a little video as well that we can do with. Oh man, we're going to be away. But anyway, thanks for tuning in. We'll get back to doing actual like proper game dev, not just prattling around for YouTube videos. But thanks for joining us, man. Catch you in a bit.